Hello everyone, welcome to Low Desert Love. My name is Jay. Today we're in one of my other winter garden beds talking about winter garden fails and how I'm going to address that moving forward in the summer gardens. We are in front of a bed that is containing, there's garlic in the back row, there's a couple kinds of onions growing here in the center, and up here I have some beautiful lettuces. The garlic in this bed is sown about pretty perfectly. They're spaced apart perfectly, they have enough room to grow, they have enough room to bulb out and become their maximum size and hopefully grow to their full potential. Hopefully. The onions in this bed are sown too close together. What this means for my onions is even if they're going to grow, even if I do everything perfect, I water them perfect, the temperature is perfect, the soil condition is perfect, they're not going to get as big as they possibly could because they just don't have the space to do it. Because they're so close together, they only have, some of them have, we're talking half an inch of space to bulb out. So the max size onion it could give me, half an inch. Some of them have like 3 inches of space to bulb out. That's going to give me a nice big onion, assuming everything goes according to plan. Why did this happen? If you've ever seen an onion seed, it is a tiny speck of a black little thing. It doesn't even look like a seed. It looks like dirt that you found. So when you sow them, they just come in a pack, in a bag, like every other seed I've ever bought. I just sprinkled them in a row along the dirt, covered them with a little soil, and they sprouted. Yay! Unfortunately, I did not thin them out. Why didn't I thin them out? It tells you on the package, when they're a certain amount of size, thin them to this far apart. And I looked at that and I said, but they're growing. Look how successful I was. Look how many onions, all these little seeds. They grew, they're alive, they sprout. I felt so bad. I had the scissors out. I was sitting here ready thinking I'm gonna thin these out, and I couldn't bring myself to do it. So I can't kill these. I actually sprouted them. Like, I have not been great at growing things in this climate, and here I've actually grown something, and you want me to kill it before it even gets a chance to really try? I couldn't do it. And now, as a result, we're going to have little itty bitty spring looking onions instead of like, hey, let's make onion rings type onions. Lesson learned. When you're growing for food production, to feed your family, to avoid going to the grocery store and giving your hard-earned money that you may or may not even have to someone else. I'm trying to avoid that. I need my garden to grow. I need the food I put my time and love into to produce for me, and this isn't gonna work. So when I planted my seeds for my spring-summer season, I bit the bullet, and I've been thinning them. And it is no less heartbreaking, but it is for a good cause. And now for my lettuces. Let's see if I can get you a better look. Okay, this is my lettuces. This is my salad bar. Now, you see how closely these are sewn together. I mean, they look right up on top of each other. You've got this pretty little guy touching this pretty little guy, holding up this crazy guy, and this guy, and this guy. This beautiful bad boy. This is mustard. I mean, it's gorgeous. And man, it is tasty. I didn't think I'd like it because I'm not a huge fan of actual mustard. Yeah, they taste nothing alike. That's just good lettuce right there. This beautiful freckled thing. This guy, this is like a red romaine. He's delicious. This frilly stuff, look, there's 1, 2, 3 in here. They're so closely packed together. And it's okay. I'm going to pick these today. because when you sow them this close together, this is what's called a baby greens bed. I don't let them get huge. I pick the outer leaves when they're, this is a little overcrowded. I should have picked them yesterday. I pick the outer leaves when they're small and tender, and I make salads. This little patch right here, of this pretty little patch here, there's 2 rows right here, and then it singles down into 1 row here. This will make 4 salads. 4. I pick this every weekend. Sometimes I can pick this twice a week depending on the weather and the watering. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up. We've taken a look at the last of my winter garden beds. The importance of thinning out so that things have the proper space to grow is really important. Follow what it says on the back of the package. If you're into experimenting, by all means, do what I did. See it for yourself. Maybe it'll work out. Radishes can be sown fairly close together. People like to sow radishes in clusters of 3, so they pull out like a bundle of radishes when they pick them, and that's fine, and it works. But those bundles of 3 are spaced out from other bundles of 3. So experiment if you've got time and space. If not, and you're producing food, it might be a better idea to try and follow the instructions on the package. I hope this helped out. Thanks for joining me. Next time, I think we're going to take a look at irrigation for the new bed. I've got all my PVC lined up. I'm going to start labeling it, marking it. We'll get to use some power tools. I look forward to that one. Thanks for stopping by, and remember, if you're aiming to thrive, at the very least, you'll survive.